Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Douglas Planning Board meeting for December 12th, 2017. The meeting is being recorded and is available for viewing on the Douglas Public Access Channel and on the Douglas website. We'll come to order at 7:01. First item on the agenda is public hearing. Jason M. and Danielle E. Johnson. Is that Johnson? Yeah. Application for an accessory apartment special permit. And I'll read the legal notice. In accordance with the Town of Douglas Accessory Apartment Zoning Bylaw and the Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 40A, Douglas Planning Board is holding a public hearing on the application of Jason and Danielle Johnson for an accessory apartment special permit. Property location is 34 Douglas Hill Way, Assessors Map 173, Parcel 2, Douglas, Mass. Public hearing is being held on Tuesday, December 12th, 2017 at 7 p.m. in the Community Meeting Room, Municipal Center, 29 Depot Street, Douglas, Mass. Copy of the application may be viewed in the Community Development Department during regular business hours. Any person interested or wishing to be heard on the proposed plan should appear at the time and place designated. Ernest Marks Jr., Chairman, Douglas Planning Board. Public hearing is now open. Is there anybody here for this application?
I'm Jason.
You're Jason? Okay. All right. You want to tell us a little bit about it, Jason?
Sure. We're looking to put an in-law on our current home.
Okay. Yeah. Staying within the
Yeah, it's within.
required square footage?
What's the existing septic designed for?
4-bedroom.
Okay. And you have existing
4.
bedrooms?
Yep, and we're losing one in the main house and adding one in the in-law.
Where is the location of the one you're losing in the main house?
It's on the, if you're looking at the house, the addition on the side. That's my 4th.
Okay, and the new addition is popping in at that bedroom?
Going back out, yeah. So
Okay.
the garage is underneath. That current room has a garage below it. The
Okay.
garage is going to be extended out, so that room will become a living room,
Okay.
and the other bedroom will be attached.
Okay.
How's a little check sheet for
So it will remain 4.
Okay.
Bill, any
Okay, for
questions,
this
comments
one?
on it?
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's not in your packets. I would have expected it to be. But I believe I had a question on the garage area. It looked a little large. I just wanted to confirm with them that there was no living space in the garage area.
Is there a plan at that level?
There is.
Like where the cars are parked? Is there an additional living space?
It's just going to be a garage.
Okay.
It's gonna be
So
a
the
garage.
square footage makes sense then.
Okay.
And again, we brought this up at the last meeting, and I don't necessarily think we need to make it an issue for this particular meeting, but there is language in the special permit, in the bylaw regarding something that town council has to review regarding an agreement or something like that. I gotta look it up.
Okay.
I don't get caught on the building code review, but the stair that goes down, there seems to be no walls or firewalls between the stairway exit directly to the outside, not through a garage. Is that okay? Bill, you can catch that later.
Yeah. It's gotta be built to code.
It'll be built to code.
Better be built.
From my code review.
These aren't finished plans,
know
right?
that.
For a building submittal.
No. Want to confirm that there will be a connection between the existing dwelling and the proposed apartment.
He's shaking his head yes.
We'll have it in the main house.
Setting above the garage?
Taxes are all paid?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, now, prior to the initial lease or any subsequent lease of the apartment, lease documents complying with the terms set forth above shall be approved as performed by the board's legal counsel. Okay, now, again, I brought it up at the last meeting, I brought it up for this one, maybe we start in 2018,
Yeah,
I don't know, or take it out of the bylaw.
okay.
Where does it say that?
That
What
is number 3. Under 3.3.3, number
Oh.
3.
Yeah, let's get on board with that on 2018.
I guess the wrong document.
When you say lease and stuff, I mean, if it's an in-law apartment, usually there's not any type of lease agreements made or anything. If it's relatives that are living there, if they're gonna, would that just pertain to if they were gonna do somebody other than a relative?
Low to moderate income. Low to moderate income, maybe?
Perhaps, I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Well,
We've never really,
we never addressed that. Yeah,
Addressed that.
I mean, we bring it up,
Maybe
but,
if rent's going to be collected.
so,
Period of not less than 15 years.
we can, you know, I'll work with Jay and
Yeah.
we'll deal with it next time.
okay. All right, board, any further questions?
No.
Straightforward.
Just 2 comments. I did draft a decision. It's in your to be signed. Board of Health had some comments. They want to ensure that the additional flows to the septic will be addressed for capacity and nitrogen sensitivity. And Fire Chief had comment on heat detectors required in each bay of the garage, and photoelectric smoke and carbon monoxide detectors in the apartment above the garage must be interconnected to the smoke CO detectors in the house. Must be tested and approved by the fire department. Put both of those in the decision.
Okay, so you aware of those? Yeah. Okay. All right, board, anything further?
No.
All right. The public hearing, does anybody in the audience have any comments or questions? Seeing none, okay. All right. Motion to close the public hearing,
So moved.
Second.
made by Tracy, seconded by Mike Z. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained?
Abstain.
One abstention?
Yeah. It's not this project, I just don't think people come fully prepared with, you know, drawings that are exhibitive of exactly where the door is and what all this other, you know, what I'm used to. That's all. I have to relearn this town, because when we go with pretty full drawings, not working drawings, but worked out with the design. And,
Okay.
you know, so just,
But
it's not
it
to,
is yeah,
I'm
it
not
is
declaring any
conditioned.
condemnation on this, it's just, it's a stick drawing, you know,
Yeah.
and it's,
Prepared by the applicant.
yeah, and not by a professional or somebody near that can understand the way this should be presented to us, that's all. Just for clarity, that's all my comment is.
Okay. All right, well, we need at least, we need-
Yeah.
yeah, we have enough, yeah.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that, yeah.
All right, here. Okay, we'll show one abstention from Aaron, and we'll note that Les Stevens is missing tonight with an excused absence.
Actually, we didn't move anything.
Okay, so
We close the hearing.
we close the public hearing.
I know.
Yeah. All right, so
But he was talking about
motion
the
to approve.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to grant the accessory apartment special permit for 34 Douglas Hill Way.
Second.
Motion made by Tracy, seconded by the other Mike. Any further discussion?
So you want D, Mike?
Is that-
He's the
All those
other
in
Mike.
favor?
Mike?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained?
Abstain.
Showing one abstention from Aaron again. Okay. All right, you're all set. Thank you very much. Good luck with everything.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Maria will be in touch with you.
You will, yes.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Next item on our agenda. A&R plan for Gary, how do you say the last name?
Joliker.
Jolser?
Joliker.
Okay.
Jollicore.
For Shore Road. Do you have a number for Shore Road? You don't have nothing to do with it?
Nope.
No, okay. All right. Is anybody presenting this one?
I am not presenting. Gary is not here yet. He's till 7:15. Maybe he'll be here in a couple minutes.
We can start taking some discussion now.
Sure.
I didn't hear what she said, I'm sorry.
Gary's not here yet.
Oh, okay.
He'll probably be here shortly.
All right, we can go on to discussion, we'll get back to you. Let us know when he's here. Okay.
Okay.
Bill, anything in
Packet.
particular you want to take?
We could just work down the list. Actually, since we've got Henry and Cliff here,
Yeah, what do we do?
Why don't we do number 3?
Number 3, request for an extension, Lakewood Estates, definitive subdivision, Wallen Lake Road. Okay. Yeah, we have something
Letter in your
We have
packet.
something in the packet about that, yeah.
Hey, Henry, go ahead.
This is the, yep, here I have a copy of it. We request an extension for completion of the subdivision for a 3-year term until December 31st, 2020. The current extension period expires on December 31st of this year. We are waiting for the economy to improve a little bit more to make it economically feasible to put in a road. Cliff Van Reed. All right. Bill?
I did run the request by town council and shared with them, you know, the no-build covenant, and he didn't see any issues because the project hasn't been started in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
So it's really at the board's discretion.
Okay. Henry, are you here for this?
So I just,
Just in case?
well, yeah, I just remind you that I don't think zoning has changed, so the lot configuration isn't affected. I think it's already incorporated the best management practices under the current stormwater regulations, so, you know, requiring us to resubmit it would just be a waste of your time and ours, and
I
our
agree.
money.
We need that in the form of a formal vote, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Anybody have any questions or concerns?
No problem.
Okay, so
Thanks.
The only
Since it's not
comment I
started.
have is that the request is for extension of the covenant, okay?
Okay.
They were non-specific in the letter.
yeah,
So-
okay, all right. I was assuming that anyway, but
Yeah.
yeah, okay. You're right, it's not
For
specific.
the no-build covenant,
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
the definitive subdivision plan was issued.
Yes. And the
So-
limitation is on the no-build covenant, the
Okay.
timeline associated with that.
Okay. I'll make a motion to grant the 3-year extension until December 31st, 2020 for Lakewood Estates no-build covenant.
Okay, motion made by Tracy, seconded by Ken. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Oppose? Abstain? Motion carries.
Thank you.
You're all set, thank you.
Have a good Christmas, sir.
Yes, we too.
All right, Bill, anything in particular? Yeah.
Not yet.
Get that one real
That
quick.
accessory apartment, ready to
That
sign?
looks good.
Do you have that accessory apartment ready to sign?
Yes, you want to sign it tonight before you
Yeah.
leave, Tracy?
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
We can vote on the
Schedule?
Schedule.
You
schedule.
want to go on the schedule?
Looks
Okay.
good.
We need 2 in January.
It's up to the board.
You can schedule them, always cancel.
We never cancel. We
Yeah.
always add.
No, every now and then there's been one or two here or there. You can cancel it right here.
Canceled.
I don't know.
What are we talking about?
One of the meetings in January.
January, I didn't know we did 2.
Yeah, we
We
always do two.
Yeah.
The only time we ever
Summer,
was July,
June, July, August.
Okay.
yeah, June, July, and August.
Okay.
And then
And
November,
then-
December, because of
okay.
the holidays.
All right.
Nice try.
Just gotta do it. Nobody knows what's
We only
happening. No
have
one knows
one
what's
scheduled
happening a
for
year
June, one
from
scheduled
now.
for July, and one scheduled for August, so.
I think it looks good.
Everybody okay with the schedule?
Yeah,
Okay.
All right.
you don't need no more, no.
I'll make a
Yeah, we
motion
do.
to approve the 2018 Douglas Planning Board meeting schedule as written.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Tracy, seconded by Mike, the other Mike. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries.
Okay, can we take item 2? Matt Carter is here. In your packet, you have something from the Town Administrator, letter. Take a moment to read that. Why don't I read it for the people at home? Dear Mr. Marks and members of the planning board, the Board of Selectmen met last night with Matthew Carter regarding 38 Caswell Court, parcel 137-6. Mr. Carter is looking to construct a new commercial solar array facility on the parcel. In order to move forward with his plans, Mr. Carter will need to address the zoning of the subject parcel, which is currently an RA zone and VR zone. He proposes extending the boundary of the abutting industrial zone to include the subject portions of his lot. Please be advised, the Board of Selectmen, by a unanimous vote, referred Mr. Carter's proposal to the Planning Board under Mass General Law 48, Section 5, for further consideration. Based on currently available information, the Board is favorably disposed to placing this matter on the agenda for the Springtown meeting. So if you look at the maps that are attached, you'll see the sketch of where a proposed solar array would be located. And on the GIS map that's attached there, you'll see the industrial zone in the upper right corner. You'll see the highlighted parcel in question is got a thick black border around it. And you'll see it's at the end of Caswell Court. We also included a subdivision plan. Looks like it was a two-lot subdivision plan at the end of Caswell Court. And that's just for your orientation
That's already
purposes.
here, right? It's this.
Right, but I'm more concerned with the existing structure and how close it is to the setbacks.
Right.
And you'll see where we're going in a minute. I did talk to town council, and as we continue through the packet, Mass General Law 48, Section 3 has some language in there that's referred to as the Dover Amendment. One of the things that the Dover Amendment does is allow certain flexibility from a zoning perspective for solar uses. And I asked Jay to give a little narrative, and that's in your packet, about the Dover Amendment. And it says, as you know, solar facilities, whether primary or accessory, are protected under the Dover Amendment. Accordingly, accepting reasonable regulation, very limited, a town's zoning bylaws cannot prohibit solar. While a town can limit solar on certain districts, provided there is an opportunity to actually do solar in that district, the failure to identify solar in any district, as is the case in Douglas, means that it is likely allowed in all districts. Accordingly, while I have no quarrel with the rezoning of a piece to industrial to allow for a little more clarity, it is my opinion that even if the parcel were not rezoned to industrial, the town would likely have to permit solar on the parcel in question, subject to reasonable regulation on access, parking, and screening. I did talk to Mr. Carter today, and we talked about site plan review, and without knowing a little more specificity about a proposed project, it kind of looks like it would trigger site plan review, and we'd have an opportunity to address some of those issues there.
I would be for that, not for rezoning.
Right.
I think that it's unnecessary.
Right.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I think we take it case by case basis, any zone, and put our proper, safeholds in to respect the residential zone in that area.
Right.
How much of it is actually in residential?
The entire parcel is residential, but it's split between VR and RA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it proposal, he wants to extend industrial into his piece?
Well, that was his original proposal, and you'll see as we continue going
Site
through the
plan
emails,
review.
I got an email in here from Mr. Carter saying that he would like to move forward with the Dover Amendment. I think it would be best for both parties moving forward, and then he asked what the next steps are.
Instead of trying to change all the zoning.
Yeah, and my concern about changing the zoning is the abutting subdivision,
Yeah.
and you know, it probably wouldn't have a good
Anything can go
chance.
there if you change it to industrial.
Well, not
Right.
that, but in 20 years or whatever, when it's all done and over, now it's all industrial.
Well, it would require 2/3 majority vote at town meeting, and I don't know that they would probably support
But
it.
site
Right.
plan review is like
Yeah.
It decides this is
Yeah.
not on any
Plus, yeah,
historic or scenic roads or anything, it's in the
Yeah.
middle of.
Backland.
Backland, perfect,
Yeah.
yeah, so.
Yeah.
you already have two of these on non-industrial property, right?
No, one's industrial, the other's commercial.
Which was industrial, the one,
Bosma.
Brook,
Bosma's Farm.
On Old Hartford Road?
And then GU.
Well, whatever that road
Was
is.
Yeah.
the old.
Bosma's.
the end,
Yeah, what about the one
And
on
the
the other
gravel
side? The gravel pit, yeah.
That's
What about-
commercial.
where the
Is that Uxbridge?
antique place
The other
is, or not antique, but the...
Further up.
Oh, further up, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a beautiful scenic road and then, right?
So, board,
I know, it is.
Yes.
So anyways, I guess,
What about the
I
one?
think he's open to proceeding with the Dover amendment. He wants some level of comfort that we agree that that's acceptable.
I agree.
Can I ask, what's the land across
Yeah.
from, on Route 16? Near, across from where the transfer station is? at the buil-
Guido.
That's the-
Yeah,
Gravel
Gio,
pit.
Robbie
That's
Gio.
commercial.
That's commercial as well, that land? All right.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a gravel removal operation.
Yeah,
That used to
I
be
think
gravel
that's
pit.
by consensus, it's fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Dover.
So it sounds like he's okay with us not proceeding with rezoning. We're simply addressing the selectmen's
Yeah.
request.
Yeah.
Okay,
At this level.
Yeah.
at this level.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sound reasonable? You wanna show us the plan?
anything, Matt?
Well, I got two different sets here. There's 10 copies like you asked. So here's the proposed layout. This one spells it a little bit better. Looks like we have room for expansion in the back. So I don't know how it all works.
This is 10 of the same.
Take one,
Yeah.
pass it along.
This is usually I install it. I don't get into this. So this is all new. The only reason they asked me to do it is because I'm from town and why not?
Is that a second?
So you can see on the the proposed photovoltaic plan, you can see the wetlands that we have in our property boundaries.
Is there a second one coming down?
I think is there more than another one of these?
You have this one, Ernie?
It's coming, there's one coming around. That yellow
Yeah,
one?
all right, I got two.
Yes,
So this is the total footprint of the whole property boundaries.
Right, and the development is
And then-
this portion thereof.
And that's gonna abut another landlocked area. There's like a cliff down here. Kind of, sort of, it's like a,
So, yeah,
so there's like, I try to do it so no one can really see it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I took that in consideration.
yeah, with all the neighborhoods and houses and all that.
yeah, it's in the middle of
Yeah,
woods.
it's
I mean, it's just the middle of nothingness
So
there.
you leave the tree line and stuff like that, and it's,
Yep. Yeah, there's a stone wall that kind of divides the property, so our
Is
setbacks
this,
is.
look at this one. This one is more exhibited right here. Look at the woods.
yeah.
This side, all the way around is like buffered by woods.
And it slopes away from the
Yeah.
residential on the east.
It's a
humongous
gravel pocket.
subdivision right there.
Look at Power Boston.
Not even close.
Bill, any further comments? Questions?
The only other thing I would add is, if the board wants, we can still move forward with a solar bylaw. But, I put that forward before this came in. So that's up to the board. We can still move forward on that if you want.
Okay.
So,
All right, so as of tonight, you want a formal vote for the selectmen, or do you just consensus, okay?
why don't we vote?
Yeah,
That'd be
I
great.
think-
And if we have enough votes, I'm going to abstain based on my relationship with Mr. Carter. He's been my electrician. He did my solar. I think should probably abstain from that. I mean, I'm supportive of this
Do you have a
project.
financial interest?
No, none whatsoever.
Are you swayed?
No. All right, and the clarity is fine. But I wanted to present that
You didn't disclose it, man. You're not getting it. You're not gonna
Undisclosed.
run the solar farm, are you?
I got an outlet I didn't fix.
You're a farmer, aren't you?
Yeah, but I mean, if nobody else abstains, it's enough of us
I would-
anyway, but.
No, that's fine. I have no issue.
So
It's
what would you like the
sensible.
motion to say in response to the selectmen's memo?
Yes.
that we would move to have the applicant or Mr. Carter file for a site plan review.
In light
Of the
of
Dover.
these Dover amendments applicability to the project, we don't support rezoning to industrial.
We don't support rezoning.
Right.
So moved.
Is that your move? That's your
Yeah.
motion? Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion made by Tracy, seconded by Mike Z.
Yeah.
Any further discussion?
Nope.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained?
I support, aye.
Oh, you voted? Okay.
No, I have no,
All right,
Change his
okay.
mind.
So,
oh, no, but you know, I just had to vet that out.
I was very
Put it
concerned
before
it's
us as a
good to go
body.
as far as the rezoning goes.
Yeah,
Okay? Thank you for coming in.
For the Dover.
it's a no-brainer. Yeah, take that.
One more?
Just the plan view.
That's the first view.
I got 3 detail sheets.
I think they were gonna play golf course.
Golf course, yeah.
All right,
About that.
next.
Next one.
Playground plans.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yep.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank you.
Okay. CMRPC, you may recall, we talked about using some of the RPA hours, and I have a proposal in the packet to take a look at our zoning map and make some recommendations. So, with your approval, I will forward that to them.
Okay. Board, any questions on this?
Be a good use of that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Signed at both places? Yep. Thank you, Tracy. Okay,
Looks good.
you need to vote on it, Bill? You just want it?
Yeah, please
Yep,
vote.
Okay. All right.
This four.
A motion to,
Recommend
Yeah.
Matt, the town administrator, sign this agreement.
So moved.
all right.
Second.
Made by Mike Z, seconded by Tracy. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries. All right. Moving right along.
Tracy's on a schedule.
Yeah. I should say that every night.
Yeah.
You guys would be like lickety split.
All right, number 5, Deer Crossing, they submitted for a surety reduction after paving the road. Their reduction requested totaled $43,218 remaining. I did update some of the numbers, and I came up with $48,680, a few thousand more, but I'd say round it up to $50,000. Let's make it an easy $50,000. I sent this to Tim, and I have not heard back.
Reduce 50 or reduce 250?
250. T.O.
You wanna wait till
Not
we hear back?
TW.
Clarifying. Yeah.
I'll make a motion to grant the surety bond reduction for Woodland Road to $50,000.
Second?
Motion made by Tracy, seconded by Mike Z. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
All
Aye.
right.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries. Still not here yet. Annual town report, Bill, or you want to go into something else?
You got ZBA applications, and we got the annual report and meeting minutes we could knock out.
Okay. Preference board.
How long is this guy gonna be? The 10:15, following the meeting.
Just when you
How
just
long?
They said 20 minutes out.
20 minutes out? Yeah.
But that was a few minutes ago.
Okay.
So,
I just have a quick question on that, because I'm gonna get going.
Yeah,
And I'm not
that's
gonna
fine.
get entrenched in the ZBA.
Yep.
The owner listed on here, did you review this? That's correct over the state line? I just have a quick question on the A&R. That was at 7:15.
there was a question that was raised on the owner, and the engineer or surveyor did confirm. We went back and forth with some emails on it, and he did verify the owner names.
It is Nelson is over the Rhode Island state line.
That's what he said. We had some emails about that.
Yes,
We
The
did
deed
ask that.
reference is on here.
I could probably print out the email if you like.
Well, there's some plan references and deed references, but I don't know, do you recall what the deed, reads? How many feet over the state line?
I think it's like 15. It's a thin strip all the way up. He bought it for a mailbox, so he could put his mailbox on the Rhode Island side. So it goes right up.
I thought the issue was just about the butters, Rhode Island butters not being identified. You're saying it was more than
They're
that?
saying that the property is in Rhode Island. There's a 15-foot strip.
Chillicothe property?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Lot
now
2 or whatever it
formally.
is.
Yeah.
Oh. That's interesting.
I can bring you the tax bill if you like.
The person that's supposed to be coming would probably be the one who has that information, right?
No, he's
Rhode
the
Island state line
proposed
right here,
buyer.
yes.
She's the owner right now.
Oh, she's
So where does it
Yeah.
indicate that any of it is on?
What's your question?
What are you talking
I'm
about,
just saying,
like
this
down in
is-
this corner?
Yeah,
Right there?
no, this whole thing here.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, the solid line, is that the Rhode Island Mass line?
Yeah.
What is indicating that's over that line? Anything?
Yeah, the owner.
Michael E. Nelson, map 17, parcel 42.
Oh, it's not on the Massachusetts side of that.
Correct.
Is that a glitch, or is that meaning that there's more land in that state?
It's
Needs to
an
clarity.
interesting strip
Well-
of land. Let's just say that.
From my perspective, we need to rely on the surveyor's stamp. We did raise the question for him on that issue specifically,
There's no stamp on my plan.
but this is a emailed copy.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm assuming the one that comes in is gonna have a stamp on it. I'm sure the one in my office has a full-size stamp.
Okay.
So,
Do you have any questions about this, Bill?
no, I've reviewed it. It meets all the requirements.
Excuse me?
I thought we said that the grading on this is lot 2, the cliff is, that needed to be done before we,
Yeah, my comment, I do have that comment. If you take a look at my comment sheet.
I'm looking. What number?
Number 16,
Access limiting
and
features.
after number 18, 3.3.4.
So what if they're gonna make conservation too, all the wetlands, setbacks and...
We'll have to do grading.
Will occur.
Let me grab,
100 feet away. And then the certification from the town clerk that it's being maintained and used as a public way.
Oh, on the other side?
We have verification of that. She certified that.
What's
That's
that?
checked off on their application.
No, he didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You tell them Shore Road being maintained. as
It's
a-
not maintained as a public way.
Yeah, it's a private way.
Yeah, that is not correct, right?
The application states that.
Excuse me, can we speak at this?
Oh, I'm sorry, Louis, yeah.
Hold my hand up here.
I didn't see you, Louis, I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're hiding in the back
Louis
there.
Tizino. I live on 12 West Street, Douglas. You know, and we've been telling these people all this stuff and everything, but you gotta realize, like I told you guys keep telling me it's okay for us to approve a lot because it's an A&R, but you know, that thing's in court, and it doesn't mean, you know, the court says, you know, in the deed that I own Shore Road, okay? I own Shore Road, and I own, what's the name of that road going to the hill?
Churchill.
Birch Hill.
the two roads I own up there, okay, I bought from Mr. Lumia.
Why does the town plow that?
No. You can't, if you have questions, you have to come through the board, okay?
Yeah.
You can't.
You just make it fair, the town has to plow. It's emergency, got it.
Well, because you're a deputy, or?
So anyway, the point is this here, that, you know, I own the road, now that's in court. These people are buying all this land, if that court goes in my favor and says, listen, hey, you know, like you said, you got the right to make an A&R lot if the road's there, but that don't mean you can use it as an entrance, in and out, that's the law, okay? But you can make an A&R lot, I suggest, because you guys say that. Now, this is all in court. If this ever happens, that I ever win 100%, all these people that bought all those lots up there, I don't know who's gonna break the news to them that they can't use your road, okay? And that's what we're getting into here. Because we're getting a lot of people up there, and they're buying all that land, okay? Well, as far as I'm concerned, I own it, the deed says I own it, I'm not just saying it, it's there, okay? And if I do, if this does come down from the courts, you know, and you guys are mentioned in the suit, okay? And if it comes down from the courts and it says, yep, he's right, you can't go onto a private way, okay? It's a private way, you can't go on it, okay? And they can use it to pass and repass by vehicle or on foot, but that's it. They can't go on that road, okay? They just can't come across and use that road. Okay, now Mr. Nelson owned, I think it was 10 feet or whatever on that, he, you know, it was a buffer zone that he bought from Mr. Lumia, okay? Well, he bought from Mr. Lumia's daughter and wife, okay? But it's not a public road, and that's what the fight's over. I mean, that's what the discussion's over, and that's what it is in court. If it ever comes back that it's a private road and you can't use it, now one just came back in Wellesley, if it's a private road and you can't use it, you can't go into somebody else's subdivision. You just can't do it, okay? And if it's a private road, I'll tell you right now, this will be the biggest mess you ever seen in your life, okay? It's a mess. I'm not saying turn these people down, I'm not saying do this, do that, you're gonna do what you wanna do, they're gonna do what they wanna do, but if it ever comes down that I'm 100% right and you can't go on a private road, I mean, you know, Mr. Blue there, he's a builder, he can tell you, you just can't go into somebody else's subdivision when it's private. What do you say? Am I right? You know, I mean, that's...
Yeah, if it's private property.
Well, we need legal counsel to...
Yeah, and you know, no, town council said it clearest.
We tried that once.
Town council said they can use it for frontage, but they can't enter it. And they can't exit.
No access.
For access.
But they can use it, you know where that comes involved? It's like 146. You own property on 146. You can't use it, you can't enter it, but you can use it for frontage as far as the town's concerned, okay? And it's the same thing with that thing, that's a private road. I own
But if you
it.
can't access, what defines it as a road that therefore allows us to use 200 feet to create frontage? I mean, then it's sort
You
of a
can
moot
create
point.
frontage with it.
Yeah, but then if...
That's what the town council, the
create-
town council was at this meeting and he said it this way. You can use it as frontage. Okay, now he said, you know what he tells me? And right in the meeting, we got the minutes of the meeting, he said, you can put stones along that road so nobody can use it. You know, nobody can enter it.
What I'm saying as a board, what mechanism do we have if someone's saying we can use it as frontage, and therefore frontage is our mandate to create an A&R lot, but there's no public access, then how can we do that? How can we approve an A&R on something that has no access? Right, so it's a slippery slope here. We need to be careful.
I mean, I'm just telling you. Did you ever hear that before?
Many times.
It's
many
really,
times.
it's not a
From
big
you.
deal to me because we
Yeah.
have the Rhode Island side to
Right,
enter, so.
We use it every day.
Maybe Mr. Miller's lot, but not our lot.
Okay.
Using it as it is
We do
different
have
than
the Rhode
creating another
Island.
lot, though. That's a
And
No
different...
problem at all then.
Yeah.
You see, you're doing it right. You
Yeah.
got the right, you got the right to use it,
Yeah.
but you can't enter it.
Create more
Okay,
lots.
that's what the law says. You got the right to use it as frontage, but you can't enter, you gotta go to Rhode Island.
I've been entering it for a while.
Oh, yeah. I
If they
don't
own
say-
property that has it deeded right. You still own the property on Wallem. That is deeded rights to Birch Hill Road and Shore Road. That's how every single deed was written.
Yeah.
You have the rights to pass and repass.
Those pieces of the strip that we sold also had the rights, and they're with those lots now.
Never, the strip never had rights. It's a strip. It was a spite strip, so that Dyer wouldn't come on the property. So this was a private community, the roads were built, the subdivision was divided. Just because there's a budding land that was never involved in the subdivision, they don't have that land, that square footage does not have any
Have
rights
access to that,
to go on a private way that was made by a person, and every single person on those roads have rights to. Why do you think that's there? For no reason? No.
Right.
And this is checked off, a way certified by the town. It's being maintained and used as a public. No, it's absolutely not. It's a private community. The people that live there, the people that own the property there, are the only ones that can use this.
It says on there that the town maintains it? That's not true.
I live in a private way. Every deed that was deeded back in the 1920s says that we have access over the road to exit onto Southwest Main. You cannot create something that wasn't originally created, another lot, within that wasn't originally created by a private person that created the private way. You can't just make another lot on that. So
Just because it looks like it's convenient doesn't mean that that was the way that it should be.
Yeah, but for the purposes of your piece that you're bringing for us tonight, you have access on the Rhode Island side, you said, right?
Yeah. But is it, it's not
It's
shown?
not frontage within Massachusetts.
Well, they
They're
come
not,
the
they're
other
not
way.
subdividing anything for an A&R
Right.
plan for access, so that would be zero access from Massachusetts to the property.
Yeah, okay.
So according to our lawyer,
All that we really want to
access
do is just subdivide.
and
That's what we're here.
frontage
Yeah, but you're-
are two separate issues, really.
that would
So
be
you can
like
have
some.
frontage
I'm sorry.
in Massachusetts, but your access is Rhode Island, from Rhode Island.
I live on the same kind of a road. I live on a private way. And it's owned both sides. Half is owned by the people on one side and the other side. If someone wanted to subdivide a lot and do an A&R, it would not be allowed because it's not the way it was originally laid out. You just can't create another one. All the people would have to agree to this. I mean, you'd be redoing the whole
Who?
street.
Who's the
There's no
people?
association, there's no.
No, we don't have an
There's a
association.
homeowners
But there's,
association.
we don't even have a homeowners.
But there's no money, there's
There's
no
No, it doesn't matter. We don't
association.
have one. But every
There's not even money
deed,
to fix the road.
I'm just trying to understand it. Every deed in our private way says you have a right-of-way only to Southwest Main. Nobody has a right-of-way backwards. They can't like go on my street, my end of the street, and go to the woods. It says to Southwest Main to get out. And nobody can create a lot if they had enough room to create another lot. It wouldn't be approved. I mean, it's a private way. It's not a public way. The town might plow it, but that's a different
Aaron.
thing.
If you had 180,000 square feet in your lot on Lindbergh Ave,
Right.
and you had 400 feet of linear frontage, could you subdivide to two lots?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's a private way. It's a different animal, completely
His
different
I
original-
animal.
disagree with you.
His
I have
original
land-
deed has the rights to the road. You
Right,
don't
I
have
understand,
another
but
separate party.
He can convey his rights to another party.
Yeah, there's no rights to convey on this land. They were never given
Well, that's a
any
different
rights.
issue. I'm trying to clarify for him.
Yeah, he can.
He's comparing
He can.
his situation to this, and it's not the same.
But let's just say he got deeded rights and he had a two lot on Lindbergh, yeah. Those rights
But it
go
would-
along with the deed.
But the way it's written is that each party on each side of the road owns half of that road,
Thank you.
right? Half of that road, but
Yeah,
only
but not
to
that.
access, but not to create another lot. So I
That
don't.
is not what
And I'm not a
these
lawyer. I'm
deeds
just saying how I
read.
see it, and I wouldn't want it to change.
Excuse me, please. Now, we're not here to make trouble. There's nothing wrong with these people using that frontage on Shore Road, but they can't enter it and they can't exit. They can't come on a private way. And as far as like he just said, they own half the road. They do not. The deed tells you who the owner is.
Yeah, we do on our street. We
Right,
don't have the road.
but they
On
don't.
one side.
They don't.
I've
On
never
my
seen a
on
deed,
my-
though.
Well, huh?
I've never seen the deed to the road.
Oh, I'll give it to you.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I have the deed that says, I own the road.
I just have a feeling it would have been given to us a long time ago.
No, I wouldn't give it to Mike.
This just started happening.
Yeah, I wouldn't give it to your poor
No, it hasn't.
father-in-law.
No, it
It's been
hasn't.
going
That's your
on for a
father,
long
right?
time.
That's
been
your-
going on for
He
years.
was your father?
That was my father.
Yeah, I wouldn't give it to him. That's why I was always so mad at
I'm
him.
sure
Yeah,
it
and you
was
took him
back
to
in
court.
All right, we're not gonna have a discussion
No,
between
no,
the two
no, no, no.
parties.
And
Let's
you know something?
address the board.
I own the road. I don't know how it's gonna be. But if the judge ever says, you know, he's right, nobody can enter his private road, it spells it out, who owns the road, okay?
Okay.
And I'll tell you, if it ever comes that way, right now, we got about 6 lots sold on that road. Believe me, what do you say, Bill? There's gonna be...
I have no idea how many are sold.
No, I'm
I
just
know
saying it was all sold.
Miller bought
Right.
2, right?
Yeah, Miller bought 2, the other guy bought 2. Yeah, I'm just saying, it's just gonna create a big
Only
mess.
two.
That's all. This guy with the plans?
How you doing?
Now, we haven't built on any of these other lots, correct?
They got a building permit, but I don't know if they actually
No,
started
never.
construction, right?
Because they, same as the plan board, they got
Yeah.
served,
Okay.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. So,
So let me throw this out there, just so, you know, it sounds like the board's kind of like going back and
Yeah.
forth with their thought process. We could request that they withdraw and refile and waive the fee and invite town council to the next meeting
yeah,
and get some answers to these questions.
Because we're obviously not comfortable
Can I
at this
say
point.
something?
Yeah. Sure.
This was
We,
supposed to be okay this time. I mean, we did everything we were supposed to have done.
The plan meets the criteria from
So
a...
what's the problem?
It's an access issue. The board is charged with endorsing a plan that demonstrates frontage and access, okay? So they're struggling with the access portion of their approval.
and I understand you're saying you can enter from Rhode Island. There's nothing showing here that you're using Rhode Island.
Well, even if, frankly, even if they come in from Rhode Island, they'll go over Shore Road.
No, it's not.
not necessarily.
No, it's not sure the road.
But your frontage on these lots is on Shore Road.
Right.
Yeah,
Frontage is, but
Right.
but that don't mean you have to access it from there. They
Right.
can't access it there.
And that's
Right.
the problem.
Right.
That's all.
I
But they can get a
understand the
building
front-
permit from there.
Gary, you could go right in from South Shore to your, that's where your
Right,
driveway's gonna
especially with
be.
that extra 10 feet.
He's not gonna have to go on Shore Road at all.
But then show the access from another road.
But there's 2 lots.
Yeah.
I mean, how long has this been going on that nobody knows who owns the road?
What do you mean?
Well, who owns South Shore Road?
No, not
Shore
South
Road? Sure.
South Shore is in Rhode
Yeah, I
Island.
say I do. I have a deed for it, okay? For years, they said I didn't. Then we went to court.
Right.
Now everything's up in the air. And the town council said they can give A&R lots all night long, but they can't have an access in from Shore Road or out onto Shore Road. But see, nobody listens until the man on the
Okay, so
road comes into it.
what's it gonna take for us to use Shore Road?
I haven't even thought about it, because no, what I did here was tell the board, by doing this, I don't care, you exit from Rhode Island or whatever you want to do, you draw a plan, that's your business. I'm just here saying, there could be a hell of a mess someplace, you understand what I'm talking
We're
about?
around tomorrow.
All right. Okay, Trace, thank
If
you.
you went on Shore Road.
All right, I'm gonna call the meeting back to this end of the table.
Oh, for years,
Louis?
yeah,
Look,
All right,
and they have a right to
Okay, I'm leaving.
pass.
all right, Tracy, thank you.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
yeah, have a good new year.
Thanks, you too.
They have that right.
All right. I'd like to see town council here on this one.
If they're willing to withdraw, I mean.
Yeah.
I don't see
Without
how we
prejudice.
really have a choice.
Nope.
Yeah, we don't have a choice. This is gonna go on forever.
This
No,
is-
I don't think it will bother you, because you're not coming in Shore Road. As long as you know, you don't have to, but you haven't.
Well, you know what, Louis? Let this go through for us tonight then. How's that?
They can do it.
Jesus.
They can
They
approve
can't
it.
now.
It sounds
but-
like you
but
can
the-
do it.
But the thing is,
We're
we're,
gonna stop it.
Can't
yeah,
do
we're not
nothing.
feeling
Yeah.
comfortable.
No,
Yeah. That's the thing.
it's the access point. I have a problem with the access.
We've already approved a couple of lots on this
Wait, you
road
don't wanna
already.
Have we?
I have no problem with,
Yes, I'm,
We'll let them worry about it.
As a
That's-
practical matter, I mean, those
that's what it
those
comes down.
folks pulled a building permit and they were served, and not that that relates to this particular plan,
right,
and they basically were prevented from starting
anything.
construction. Yeah.
right.
Okay.
So,
So we could endorse the A&R
comment on his,
and then just let it go that way.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right,
Then it's our problem. That's right.
Then it's your problem.
all right.
but how do we
no,
let it be known that
we may
don't-
share some liability.
Yeah,
Right,
how do we
because we're,
Well, we've already approved a
I
couple.
mean, if we get sued in a year from
Water
now,
over dam.
we've already,
yeah, we're stating our
done
case.
some.
Yeah.
The town council said you.
I
can
think the
use land.
safest thing would be to have town council in at the next meeting to answer anybody's questions.
All right.
can I comment on that? That's fine, but we did this once.
We did.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
we-
we're.
and
He said pretty much exactly what Louis said
I
here.
don't necessarily agree with that.
He said
Well, that's what he
you could
said.
count frontage
Okay.
there, but you have no access. Access is a legal issue. I remember like it was yesterday, his comments on
Okay.
that, but, I mean, maybe he's got a different story now, but.
And maybe he does. You know how
No, I
these
get
lawyers change their
No, we got
story.
the, Bill, we have the tape. If you look at the tape at the meeting, he explained it so clear. He said you can use
not a
it for
problem.
frontage, but you can't access it, or you can't enter it. He said it nice and clear. It's right on, I got the tape. You know, make sure you tell him we got the tape.
So basically,
But you're coming through Rhode Island, so there's no problem.
right, but basically, what do you want for us to put our house there? You must want something, you're not just stopping me.
Well, that's not for us.
Yeah, that's a conversation you can have out in the hallway. That's not a conversation for this
No, you got the
board.
wrong idea. Hey, the court may come back and say you're 100% right. Am I right? 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 They could
I'm
say-
not gonna,
No, but they could say, Louis, you're all wrong.
yeah,
I'm gonna
they
let
could
them
say
have
you're
it.
right, they could say you're wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna say, but I know I got the deed that says I own Shore Road and Birch Hill Road.
All right,
The
based
two
on,
roads I
based
own.
on what's going on right now with the meeting and on the advice of our engineer and the fact that a few board members aren't sure how to handle this, my suggestion would be that you withdraw without prejudice and we'll waive the fee and we'll have the meeting set up again and we'll have town council here to answer any of the questions that you might have as far as regarding access.
And you'll check off the appropriate box on
Yeah.
this way
And-
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
It is not a public way and it is not maintained by the town, so that has to come off of there.
Yeah.
So do we have to reapply and all
No.
this again?
You will fill out another application, you're gonna get another project number, an
But no
application
fee.
number. There'll be no fee.
No fees.
No fees.
We'll waive the fees.
We want to, you know, if it's supposed to be approved and council says, hey, it's good to go, we're good to go.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not trying to stop it.
Excuse me, but don't
They
you
wanna
think
get a
he
level of comfort.
should- Right, but
with
don't
the
you
board.
think he should come in with a plan showing that he's coming in from Rhode Island?
It's
We
not
don't
our,
show
No.
where he's accessing
Oh.
from.
it's not our problem.
The
That's-
presumption is, from the board's perspective, he's accessing through his frontage.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
that's how.
And the only
decides.
frontage being indicated here is on Shore Road, or Shore, private way, whatever.
Right.
What we're seeing is
What
on
about
this
the
road.
other lot?
That's what
Two
I'm
lots
saying,
here, right?
both of them, yeah,
He has to get
right.
from Rhode Island to lot one, too.
Helicopter, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's just get this clarified, so we
Right,
get this.
right.
So we can
So
support that.
we will need a,
Now, are we saying now that, basically, except until we talk to the attorney, that you cannot put a new house or anything on Birch Hill Road or Shore Road?
We didn't say Birch Hill, we don't talk about Birch Hill, really.
He did.
well, I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
We're talking about
So
Shore.
he's saying he owns Birch
yeah,
Hill
he
too.
gives me the
One,
right to own.
all that we know.
But those are lots that are already created within the subdivision,
Right.
so they have rights.
They have right.
Now, this lot as a whole, wasn't it created?
It was.
But it
The
was-
two lots.
It was created to come out at the top of Wallen Pond Road. This is that subdivision.
No, he's talking about when the girls subdivided that from Lakewood Estates. They've already come through with one A&R, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
This was an A&R previously, they're taking the larger lot, subdividing it into two.
Yeah.
Was that the night that the
No,
town council was
no,
here?
No.
Yeah,
This
must
was-
have been.
No, this was way before that.
Okay. You say so.
So do we have a legal one lot at this time?
Correct.
We could build on that lot.
Well, that's not for me to
That's not for us to
say.
say.
We
Because there's no
we
way.
don't determine buildability.
No.
No, I mean, besides if we got a, you know, a good,
You can't have a building permit unless you have access. And that's the dispute.
And that's why the other ones have been stopped,
See where I'm going?
because of the clarity of that.
That's why the other one was
Well,
stopped.
they're stopped as a practical matter because there was a court case.
Court case, right. so-
We approved those lots and
Which is unresolved, so.
it's unresolved this time because it's in court.
Because there's no access. And that's,
And we did this once already, and we're gonna do it again at another meeting, because
yeah.
town council.
In my opinion, that's the safest thing from the board's perspective.
And if town council comes in and says, yeah, we
If
can
you're willing
approve
to
the A and
withdraw,
Rs,
do it again.
we'll approve the A and Rs, and
No, it's
then,
you, you're the applicant.
what do you want to do?
you know, we can approve the A and Rs and
Yeah.
go from
You
there.
can ask them to make a decision tonight, that's completely your call.
Town council will tell you the
Yeah,
whole
it wouldn't
thing.
be favorable.
We're not stopping, if that's what you're trying to do.
No,
No, I don't want you to stop. I don't want you to stop.
Yeah.
the,
That's a nice
Nothing
guy.
wrong with it, nothing wrong with
what,
it.
we get town council for the 9th?
Yes.
So the 9th of
Who is the
January,
town council, actually?
pardon me?
Do you know?
Jay Tollerman?
So that's, I'm on the zoning board in Blackstone, and he's the same.
Yeah.
Probably,
Probably,
yeah.
yeah.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
So I could actually just call him.
He's familiar with the site.
He knows the site. He knows the site. But like I say, you come in from Rhode Island, I don't see a shot, I don't see nothing wrong with it. He'll tell you, I'm gonna take.
I don't think we are. I think we're gonna come in from Mass, Lily.
From Mass?
Yeah, I wouldn't, just get Rhode Island out of your mind.
Well, you're the one that told me.
Yeah, it was just a suggestion, but I think we're gonna come in from Mass.
Okay, then we gotta wait for the judge.
Yeah.
That's all.
So,
Okay, so we're gonna withdraw,
Yeah, and talk to Jay.
We have to accept that, right? And what's wrong?
and I'm sorry about being late. I had a bad day today, so.
it happens.
What were you doing today?
Let's see, it was,
So what do we gotta do? To withdraw? How do we do that? We can put a letter.
I don't know if we have a boilerplate or not, but I think Bill's writing it up for them. Are you, Bill? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they still
Need
do
to
a
make
lot
a
of.
boilerplate, just put in a couple numbers and that's it. Keep copies.
We brought this in, so.
No.
Is this ours?
Ours, yeah.
Oh, you brought it.
Nice
so-
try.
No, I didn't try that, I did, so.
Bill brought them out of the office.
All right, thank you.
They gotta sign the withdrawal
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, he's working up a little letter for you.
Did they, what have they delegated? Are they gonna withdraw?
Yes.
Yes, they're withdrawing without prejudice to resubmit.
We'll do it now. Well, actually, just call.
Are these the door people?
Great, thanks.
This was late, but this was number,
2.
Garage door.
We need a
I
motion.
don't know. I don't know if that's the
Yeah.
same people or not.
715 one. This was number 2.
boundary extension.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we need to do?
Do we need a motion then?
No, to accept the withdrawal, yeah.
Yeah, we need a motion.
Make a motion to accept the withdrawal without prejudice
And
and to
fee
waive the fees
Second.
for Gary Joshler on Shore Road, number 2017-20.
Second.
Motion made by Mike Z, seconded by Aaron. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? Okay, motion carries.
Usually see applicants maybe hours.
Yeah, things go around. We had that once before, twice before.
I would have voted to approve it and let them work it out.
Yeah,
I'd just like to hear it.
People are taking a load of
It's too mired and muck, you know?
It's always gonna be.
Six of them or whatever. All right. Could have signed it, and it was their problem.
What I would suggest is also, if you want some homework to do, I'll resend it, but in the past, I've sent out the A&R handbook to people. There are specific criteria that the board should consider when considering A&Rs, and, you know, I'll refer to the page when I send it out again, but it's a list of questions that you ask on all A&R plans, and then you can make a better decision.
All right, thank you, Bill, that would be very much appreciated, yeah, and helpful.
I got one, you gave me one. You can leave me off your list.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yes.
Then next time, show it to you.
Is it a state book?
All right,
I think I asked, well, maybe it was Maria, I asked her, you said that there were copies of this document available, the A&R document.
She wouldn't print it for you?
No, she did.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying, maybe she gave it to me,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
annual town report, you want to do that one next, Bill?
Sure. That's just numbers, you know, it's kind of dry reading.
We have to vote to accept it, right?
Yes, well, yeah, it is from the board, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
What are we down to here?
We're on the annual
all
town
good?
report.
Annual town report.
I'll make a motion to accept the 2017 annual planning board report.
Second.
Not so much knows if we accept it or if we approve it.
I don't think we're gonna get hung up on technicalities either way.
They're accepted.
As long as,
Motion made by Mike Z, seconded by
Mike G.
Mike G, the other Mike. All right, any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Okay.
What are we on to?
ZBAs or minutes?
Or vouchers.
Let's do the meeting minutes. And then we can do it, and then we can tackle the ZBAs.
So back to the surety reduction. If there's some paperwork associated with that number and it's not in there, I'll have you come in and sign it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay with the board?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, meeting minutes. Anything?
All right, I have comments, but anybody else?
I already had mine.
October 24th,
Yeah.
no comments, actually.
No comments on October 24th?
I couldn't find anything.
Comments or no comments?
Anybody? Take time to
Hello,
look.
Mary. All right. Can make a motion then.
Yeah.
Anybody else have
Yeah.
anything on the 24th of October?
I'll move the minutes of October 24th.
Be accepted as presented.
Accepted as presented. Yep.
Second.
Motion made by Kenny, seconded by Mike G. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? Motion carries.
Okay. Second one's not so easy.
November 14th.
November 14th.
Full board, that's it.
702. Mr. Joe LaCour, question mark. I assume the question mark is maybe the spelling of the name or?
Joliker, same guy as tonight.
I know, but I mean, is the spelling correct?
I got mine in the minutes.
Unless she wasn't sure of that.
Jolicoeur, is it right? It's right, right? Jolicoeur, yeah, it's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a
Get rid of
question
the
mark there,
question
just make
Like
sure.
Jonathan Doyle.
Okay, so,
Right, is it him?
Yeah, Jolicoeur.
let's suggest we delete the question marks
Yes,
Yep.
in the first paragraph
and the next one, yeah.
and the third paragraph
Okay.
of 702.
All right.
713, first paragraph,
Fred Leah.
same question. There's a question mark there for Leah or
Oh, yeah.
Leah?
Yeah.
I'd have to look on the drawing. I will follow up on that.
Okay. Okay. On the page 2, 3 and 4. Under discussion.
Yeah.
There are 11 items listed here. I went back and checked the agenda, and we had 7 in the agenda. So these are in order, I guess, the way they were presented as opposed to how they are on the agenda. But if you look at discussion item 2 is blank, discussion item 3 is blank.
Right. And item 7 on the next page is...
Yes, and item 7 on the next page is blank. But if you go back and look at the agenda, item 2 is the solar panel issue, which she's got it as number 9.
We mixed them around a little bit.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
Remember that night we mixed it all up?
I jumped around on the...
Yeah.
Right, so, and number 3 was Hunts Pond, which is...
Trying to find the spelling.
Five
There's no
here.
such person, Leah.
So-
Douglas, Fred doesn't live here.
And number 7 was meeting minutes on the agenda, and turns out that turned out to be 11. Anyway, what I'm saying, I guess, is, what do we do with these blanks? If we just delete them?
I would
Everything-
just delete them and renumber them
Yeah. Which will give us 8.
back down to what we had.
Well, we had 7 in the agenda, but there's 11 here if we delete 3 and renumber.
Oh, there's 10 and 11 on the back.
Can we do this? Hold off on this one and look into it a little bit further?
Who's gonna look into it? You have to go back to her, I guess,
Yeah.
Mary? Is that
It's a
right?
matter of going to the meeting minute, the video, and seeing what happened relative to the agenda. But I agree with you. It sounds like we simply took them out of order like we did tonight.
Right.
And she just left a placeholder for the ones we skipped over and took later. And maybe something got added, and I don't think that's a big deal.
I don't either.
It's a different topic, you know?
So we can either delete these 3 or that are blank, or you guys wanna go back and research the tape?
Yeah, look at all the question marks.
I want to delete.
Yeah.
Delete
I
and
mean,
renumber.
everything's there, I would
Yeah.
just delete.
Yeah, I think everything that was on the agenda is covered.
Right. It was just because everything was taken out of order that night.
Yeah, I mean, if, as far as like a public hearing or something that's on the agenda, discussion,
This is just
we can
discussion.
do anything we want with discussion.
Right.
Yeah.
We have to stick to public hearings for specific times and things like that, but as far as discussion.
I'd say delete 2, 3, and 7 and reorganize the numbers in the matching order.
Sequentially.
Yeah.
Or look at the agenda and put it in
Yeah.
that numerical.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yep. Okay with the board?
Tends to present them in the order they were brought up, not
Which is-
the way they were in the agenda.
Which I think is the proper way to do minutes.
I agree.
Yep.
All right, so we delete 2, blank 2, blank 3, and blank 7.
And renumber the rest.
Renumber.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
Yep, I am.
All right.
All right, I'll move to accept the November 14, 2017 meeting minutes as corrected, or as amended.
Second.
Motion made by Mike G, seconded by Ken. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries.
Do we have to attend? Is that something we have to do like?
All right.
We all have to do that?
No.
Oh, it's just a, okay.
It's if you want it to.
It sounded
Okay,
like
we
it was
have-
one of those mandatory things, so. Thank you.
3 ZBAs to do,
Yeah, I'll be a
and
guinea-
some vouchers to
I'll
sign.
be a guinea pig.
All right. You want to take one?
Yeah, we all got to do them, I guess. Oh, I hate it.
Me too.
It's like sour medicine.
Well, I think 7 and 8 are fairly similar, so I would recommend whoever does 7 does 8.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
Split it up. 7, 8, same side by side.
why don't you and I do
7
it?
and 8?
And we'll go there, we'll figure it out.
Parent, okay. Oops. All right, that's this one,
Drop
that's
them
this
all
one
in
and
the
this
hat and
one.
let us pick
Go
one.
ahead.
I'm being
That's
honorary tonight. so.
Alright. And this one is,
Application,
What's this one?
application, appeal.
What's that one? Is that part of that?
No,
no, that one's separate, those two are similar.
These two are
Top
separate.
that's either Mike or Ken.
Yeah,
Okay, who wants Farino, and I'll do the one with
we have
Mike.
an appeal though. So you have Bob Parent too, right?
I have Bob Parent and
Yeah,
Carol
so-
Dolan.
You guys will talk the appeal first.
Yeah, so you have an
They're both
appeal.
Board of Appeals, but one is an appeal and one's a special
Right,
permit.
so you're gonna talk about the appeal first.
Okay.
Makes sense logically.
This is the special permit, you have the appeal.
So, no, let's go through it. If you have questions.
Crap. What's the matter?
Excuse my English. This is 34 Douglas Hill Way. Oops, where did I get this?
3.44, page 9.
What is it?
I guess that's mine. Hold on, I just, yeah, that,
Yeah, that's yours.
yeah.
Yeah. Because that was in your packet. Okay.
This is what I'm supposed to.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to look at now.
No impact on the
Keep that
town,
all
except for
together.
increased revenue to the town.
What's EVA?
No impact,
You can share
except for
with them.
increased revenue paid to the town in taxes.
I love it.
How come none of this is checked? Oh, that's what we need to decide, never mind. Special permit application. As opposed to a variance. Yes.
Are you serious on this?
Bill, these vouchers that are in here,
Yes.
everybody has to sign these, or? are these
You can
ones-
just sign them or everybody can sign them, it doesn't matter.
I mean, what's going on here? I don't get this. They're just requesting to have a camper trailer.
Yes,
So what's the big deal?
it's not allowed.
Why not?
It's not permitted per zoning. I don't know the specifics, they're probably referencing Larry's letter.
Reading this.
Larry issued a violation notice and a cease and desist.
It's on camper, right?
That's on the camper. So what he's doing is, he's appealing the violation notice from the building commissioner.
Yeah.
And then he's filing for, I'm not sure what you have there.
An addition here.
An addition.
If it's a camping trailer, this is a joke.
Well,
Seriously, your house burns down, a lot of people get a trailer and they put it on the lot till you
well,
build the
the
house.
thing that the prior building inspector would not allow it during the winter months, only allow it as seasonal, 3 months, 4 months of the year, because she doesn't want people living permanently in these campers on residential
Is Larry's
land.
letter in there?
I don't see nothing. I see that,
I know they were issued a
Yeah.
violation.
that. No, application. See that. Print, and then all these certified abutters.
Ask him where he
And
is.
Larry's denying him on this one too, because he's only got 10,000 square feet in a 90,000 square foot zone. And he wants, I guess, tear it down and build a new house.
Well, that's totally different than,
Yeah.
Who's the applicant? Parent. Because I think that's important to have for you.
well, yeah, because I'm only seeing one side of it then.
Right.
Right here. I'm not seeing the other side.
So what are you looking at then?
I only have half of it.
Yeah, okay, but that's the first half, yeah. So what is it specifically? I don't even know what it is. Yeah.
Guy wants to put a camping trailer on his property while they build a house.
While they build a house?
Yeah, they want, it sounds like they want.
They're gonna remove the existing dwelling. Use the trailer,
See, this is in context with what he's
we
doing.
want
the
to
two
have a
separate
home base
things.
for non-local contractors during that time,
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
which, I mean, it happens all the time.
So what's the problem?
What are they gonna do with it?
In here, though,
What are they gonna do?
Said it.
Huh? What's the
I need
problem?
the other half. I guess I only have half. of it.
so in here, it doesn't say that they're gonna tear down a structure, it just says construct a larger footprint than the prior existing home. I guess that's implying that they're gonna tear it down, but they don't say they're gonna tear it down, raise it.
Did they say that in that part of it? No?
By removing the existing dwelling.
No, well, it says it there.
There is.
And then here he says, as per discussions, you are the current owners of the property located at 12 Roslyn Road. This is the building inspector writing a letter.
Well,
It
you
says-
have the letter.
Right, it says that you are also adjoining parcel number 137. Both parcels are 5,000 square feet for a total of 10,000 square feet in a minimum lot area of 90,000 square feet required per lot within the RA. You inquired about joining your lots, building a larger single-family home more centered on both lots. He's not saying no, he just says you gotta go to ZBA.
Yeah.
At this time, we'd have to deny you a building permit in order to be able to obtain a building permit. You must first obtain a variance from the zoning board of appeals for relief from the required 90,000 square foot lot requirement. That's pretty typical.
Oh, this is gonna be out there by the lake.
And then there's a drawing here, but
It's Wallem Lake Terrace.
Okay, yeah.
It's not right on the lake, but
And
it's,
that's when they made all them lots that size.
yeah, there was no zoning to dispute it.
I don't see his letter in here.
I have a letter.
From the zoning enforcement office?
Yes.
Violation notice?
I have a letter just denying the application for a new home because he has to go for a variance, that's all. Because they only get 10,000 square feet in a 90,000 square foot lot.
Okay, so they're addressing it in there. They say bylaw 3.2.2, accessory uses, okay? Use of trailers for non-construction storage in all districts other than in the industrial districts. The use of trailers and semi-trailers for non-construction storage shall be prohibited. And you know about that.
Let's not go into this one. You're gonna see me as red as this shirt.
So,
I got the impression they were gonna live in the camper while the building was going on.
Yeah, for out-of-state construction personnel or somebody that's down, say, for the week, or say I tore my house down and I lived in Boston, I'm coming up for the
That
week
seems
or weekend.
reasonable.
When the house is complete, you think the trailer will go away?
Well, it's, well, not that, it's a camper. You wanna own a camper and park it in your front yard, you go right ahead. It's a camper. If that's the case, then every camper in town, get rid of them. That's the way I look at it.
I guess the thing with campers is you have unrelated people just start living there, and all of a sudden you have campers popping up on every property.
Campers are everywhere anyways. They're all over.
There's
the
zones
it looks
for
like
that,
there's
isn't there?
two things. It's
Isn't
not
it town?
only the accessory use, section 3.4.4 says a variance required to construct a larger footprint than the prior
That's
existing
the one
home
you
on the
got.
property.
That's the one I have.
Yeah.
No. There's two hearings.
Oh, that's a
One's for a
different letter.
special permit, and this is the agenda.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I have the agenda right here.
So you got the special
oh, you have the
permit.
agenda.
You got the
I
special
got the
permit.
variance. Oh,
Yeah, you have the special permit. I have the appeal.
And the
Special permit.
appeal pertains to two things. It's section 3.2.2, accessory uses in all districts, to allow a camping trailer on the property, which is non-construction storage, I guess. Well, storage, I don't know.
If it's a registered trailer, changes everything.
Okay, that's number one. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
go through it. Number two is 3.4.4, variance required to construct a larger footprint than the prior No, this is still part of the appeal hearing.
but he's got,
This is on the agenda for the appeal.
Oh, okay.
So it's for those two things.
Okay, yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
this is the third letter.
That's a separate hearing, but
That's
it's
the
the same property.
Right, but he's saying it's a variant of taking.
So if he doesn't get the appeal, he's going to proceed with that.
So, that's it. He's appealing to do what is on yours
Cool.
through an appeal, and to have the camper on there while he does it.
So I have a drawing here prepared by some architect that, it's an architect. I don't understand, there's two lots involved in this, and I've got it, you can see on both sides, it's the same thing on both sides. And
I understand what they're doing. They bought two lots, build one house, combine the two lots, put a house in the middle of it, make it look nicer in the area, and be done with it. Put a camper on the property while you build it.
That's exactly what they want to do.
No problem.
What's wrong with that?
Build your house.
No, but it looks like
That's what I
It's
say.
the technicalities, I
Well,
think, that we're getting
is it
bogged
ten-
down in.
Yeah.
Okay?
Is it 10-foot setbacks in that zone? No, right?
No.
Right,
Yeah.
so why, am I seeing this right? They're asking for a 10-foot side yard setback on either side.
But-
The house is 70-something feet long?
Does it show the old foundation?
This shows
No.
nothing. It shows existing house right here, existing house.
Okay, so
This little
I
teeny
thought it
square.
did. I thought it did. So that's partly what you need to
Normally,
look
we
at.
crosshatch and
So that's kind of what you need to look at too, Aaron.
But they're looking for relief in side yard setbacks, rear yard setback.
Are they?
Well, what's the setback in that zone?
Look.
Should be on the application.
He says the minimum lot
Right
area,
here.
they need relief in the lot area, square footage.
15 feet, isn't it? Is it?
Required 25, so they need side yard relief, they need front yard relief, they need lot size relief, they need frontage relief.
This is also Wallen Lake Terrace.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
These
I'm
lots,
not saying bad or good, I'm just...
No.
back in the
Black and
day,
white.
these lots were all made that way.
Right.
That's all they are.
Yes.
Then over the years, that's why we're trying to do some zoning updates. They went and made it this, and now you
Oh,
can't
wait a
do
second.
anything to it.
I know who this guy is. I went and saw him as an architect.
Now you can't do anything with it.
I know, he already built this leaching field in the front. This is, right?
I don't know.
This is the one the neighbors are crazy about.
Is it? I have no idea.
Yeah, I went to see him, he's got a cute little
Yeah,
house.
the neighbors were in here tonight, and they wanted to know if they could speak on it, and I told them, it's not our decision.
It's zoning.
It's not our board's decision.
Right.
If you want to speak on it, go to the zoning board.
Right.
Right, I remember
I said,
this now.
we just forward what our opinion is.
Yes.
I'm not going to take questions from you,
Yes.
I told them, so.
Because the way this looks, there's still other vacant lots around here. There's one there, there.
Okay, this is not the one. The one I saw was right on the lake. This is
No,
not-
this is right here in the middle.
No, okay, I didn't see this one.
No.
But it's a ZBA thing, I mean,
This
they
one-
need every relief.
See here?
Right, and they're asking our opinion, that's all.
That's all.
That's it.
Do we agree that
They did it here.
they should move
That's a
forward?
double lot.
So
They did
first,
it
you gotta
there.
support his appeal question, and then you gotta,
Do we have any problem with the appeal for what he wants to do?
To have a trailer?
And to
To combine the two lots and turn it into one.
construct a larger
I have no problem
footprint
with that.
than the
a
prior
larger
existing home.
footprint of the house. So that's this issue we're talking about.
He's asking for a larger footprint and to have the camper by combining the two lots.
Yeah, but isn't the larger footprint part and parcel to the setbacks? That the
It's not.
ZBA I mean,
It's not up.
So what I would do in that case is take a look at what the existing footprint looks like. Do they comply, do they not comply? Are they, even though they're adding a lot, are they becoming more non-conforming or
They're-
less conforming?
they're way more non-conforming. I'm
So,
just-
so then maybe it would be a better route to not go along with the appeal and to go with issuance of a variance,
Yeah, I agree.
if you agree with that.
But yet, he has the camper trailer in this one and not in that one.
Right, but they're marrying both issues
Yeah,
together.
they are.
The existing house is only
If you appeal,
There's only
just the
one
camper, that'd be
non-conforming.
one thing,
Right.
but he's appealing
right that
both.
sideline.
But part of the issue is too, it's a tremendously, it looks like an 80-foot-long house. And you're asking a board without trying to make an effort to create a house that fits generally on a lot, not an 80-foot-long house. Because he says here, 56 by 30-foot, three-bedroom, single-family residence. But then they say a 24 by 34 garage. And the architect shows 56 feet up here
Yeah.
and 24 here. That's 70, that's 80 feet long. So already they're putting themselves and putting the board up against a wall, and this is when I present before boards, all the time, zoning
Right.
board,
Build a
is they want to
smaller
know,
garage.
what did you do to work with this site?
Right, build a smaller garage, build a smaller house.
Yeah.
Right, or, yeah, or put part of the house above, do a split, do, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm not in support of this design on the site because I think it's insensitive to the size of the site. I'm in support of him building a larger house,
right.
but
You can write that on your opinion then.
So what are we gonna do on this one then?
That's up to you guys.
I'll do whatever you guys want with that.
Yeah, if you approve that one, then you're approving.
Then you
Yeah.
don't, then you don't need that one.
Yeah.
Right, you see, that approves this to make the larger house without any datum. You know, it's like a cavalier sort of thing, just a caveat.
I'm really confused, either two separate submittals?
Well, we're gonna write down, it's a 50/50.
Well, why can't we say?
We're gonna have to check, approve and disapprove.
Why can't we say-
approve half of it, but say,
Refer to this or something.
construct a smaller footprint.
Good.
As a comment on the disapprove side, and
Right.
approve.
Well, I think they could probably issue a partial appeal, I would think. I mean, if they agree that the housing, for lack of a better term, temporary housing is not considered storage and it's a registered vehicle, put that down. You know, you support that part of the appeal, but not the other part.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah,
is,
we'll support a registered camper on site.
Yeah. But that's all.
for that,
But-
what we're supporting on that.
Smaller footprint on the house.
You can mention it's C various.
Yeah. Well, they're both independent.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
so we sign, I'll sign this one, is that what it is? If I'm writing this up, I sign it, right? As representative of the board? Okay, I'll write it. So. Applicant
Should say by the planning board or something like that.
Yeah.
needs
What are you writing?
to, I think it needs to make a better effort in reducing the footprint of the, relative to the size of the lot, and in the underlying setbacks.
Yeah, reducing
fine.
it so
Write
that
that down.
at least meets the setbacks.
Now, we're not telling them to reduce the square footage of the house, just reduce the footprint. I don't care if he builds a 2.5-story house. Come back and say he's a
Okay, so you both set on those, huh? You're all set
Yeah,
with
I'm
that?
writing down, we have no objections for a registered camper on site for this project,
Yeah,
and we have an objection on this site for the footprint.
okay.
Split,
perfect.
kind of go split.
That's perfect. All right, what's yours? Mike G and Ken, what do you got?
Oh, were we supposed to be producing this together?
I don't know, I was working with him.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know.
Did you do it?
3-1 here, I don't know.
Did one of you do it anyway?
Well, kinda.
All
I'm
right.
confused though, because they talk, the thing it says special permit, yet there's talk about variance. I mean, is that just, is
Well,
variance achieved by a
It could be one-
special
It could be
permit?
one, two, or both. What are they asking for on the,
They're gonna, this is one of those lots that backs up to the res.
okay, Donald?
Okay, so it, obviously,
See, if you're asking for a
Relax.
special permit,
yeah,
yeah. So that's.
I'm not sure when you do that, I guess it's more on variance, I don't know, but,
And appeal, it's neither, just other.
Let's keep it all together.
this lot, I'm not sure where on the res it is. It's down there
One of the houses too.
before the dam, after the dam, cottage colony. I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're all small.
Is it cottage colony?
It doesn't say that. It just has an address.
We have that
so-
294 Northwest Main.
Oh, that's not cottage.
No, that's not colony.
Is that before the dam, let's say?
Going down is where,
Damn engineers. So fucking hard on this side.
We have to do it that way, yeah.
Don't want to open it. Same here.
Northwest Main, here's the goat path, 10-foot, you know.
oh, yeah, that's before, that's
where
before the
Barbera
dam.
is.
Before the dam, that's down where John Barbara lived.
Yeah,
Mary Two Wheel and
down
all
where it
them.
goes down in.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I guess some of the dams over here. so-
Drawing that I did.
The dam, right over here, I think, right?
That's gotta be somewhere near where Gavalak's place was.
Behind it though.
Yeah, but I mean in that,
Yeah, in that area.
that
Yeah.
area,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's unbelievable.
So anyway, what they say is, it's a non-conforming
Lot.
lot, I guess, because obviously it's zoned RA,
It's a
but
long house.
Oh, it is.
the lots are smaller than
I'm
that.
over 80 feet.
The permit is
So that's
to allow construction of a new
What's the
house on a lot where an existing house is currently located.
100 feet?
Oh, yeah, we just did that
Existing
checklist.
house
You had a
here.
checklist.
And I guess the proposed one is the...
Because they combine two lots into 50-foot lots.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
The existing house will be removed, and a new house will be built more toward the middle of the lot.
positive. I never think negative.
And will be more conforming with the side setbacks
paint.
than the
Oh,
existing
they want a
house.
3,360
So
square foot
there's
house.
still I guess he's saying side setbacks are,
Right. It's the same situation. None of them meet anything down there,
Right,
but
right.
Yeah, yeah.
they're all cottages that are being turned
Yeah.
into year-round homes, and we've done it in the past with several of
Yeah.
them.
the rear setback actually gets a little bigger.
Yeah, that looks okay.
Yeah, because I think that's the lake right there.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
the red,
Yeah,
yeah.
I have no problem with that.
yeah.
Okay,
That looks good.
so, I still don't know when you need a,
Start signing that and pass it around.
Fair enough.
That's,
I also
here
have one of
from
those
our-
letters from the building inspector saying he
Douglas
gotta
Hill
turn it
Way
down
comes
so
down
he
to Northwest Maine.
gets a variance from the zoning.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Straight
special permit,
to the res.
still look at
Yeah.
variance,
Yeah.
close enough.
Yeah, I would say we have no objection, unless you do have an objection.
There's
but-
something from
Oh, I
Upton,
see
I don't
this.
know why that's in there.
Yeah, this one here, that's real, 7.8 feet to the line.
Yeah,
But
but it'll be, according to your
It'll
side,
be more,
it'll be
less-
around 13.
it'll be more
somewhere.
conforming than it is
Yeah,
now.
yeah, it's up
Making
here,
it more
it says
conforming,
Like
14.
that.
Yeah, so it's better here.
So it makes it happen.
Yeah, that's to the stairway.
This stays at 13.5, although this is less than,
So they're going from 7.8 to 14,
yeah.
and then here, they're gonna be at 17 over here, and that's just a stairway. That's down, a stairway up or stairway down? Is that a,
Probably down. It's all downhill from up top.
Yeah.
that's,
You're
that
going
should be
down
all right on that
This
side.
setback actually gets a little
That looks
smaller,
good.
but it's still,
Well, this is part of the house.
it matches
now.
over here. Yeah,
Oh,
that's part of that house will, so
I
I
don't,
think it's,
I don't see
Oh, I
any
didn't
problem with
know.
it.
and they actually have a septic in there, which is good.
Yeah.
This is the stick, isn't this the one I abstained from?
Right before
That's
the
right.
door.
That's the only
I
place they
abstained from
could
this
put
I
it
think there's
too.
a
Yeah.
column notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
For
could
you
never
to
put it
abstain.
back
Okay,
there.
so what do I say here?
Yeah, we have no objection.
Does that mean I don't have to write anything?
You don't have to, no, you can,
Which is-
it's a special permit, so we have no objection attached request for a special permit, check that off and then sign at the bottom. Now let's put this all back together so we can give it to them as a package.
I sign down here?
Two spots for you to sign.
Yep,
We always do a decision.
okay, is that part of it?
There you go, guys.
This cover.
That's all of it?
And here's, I think, that
Paperclip, thank you.
hot doggy.
Yeah, I see what you're
So that
saying
was
on that.
okay.
Okay, thank you.
File an appeal.
The other one, yes,
Then do
what?
this.
Part okay and part not okay?
Do it the same time.
We
The next
had no objection to putting a trailer there, we had an objection to making it
Time's
a
an issue, it makes sense.
larger footprint.
Yeah.
Which is which, Bob?
The first one's the trailer, which we didn't object to the trailer, we object to the larger footprint.
And the last one was
The second was we
appeal.
objected to larger footprint again.
Executive session.
Correct.
That ZBA coming around, I mean, that one
Yeah.
coming around, yeah, okay.
Who's got the vouchers?
Hot doggy. Moving right along.
All right, I signed the vouchers, if you guys wanna sign it, you
Oh,
can
no,
pass
you
them around,
signed
but as
it.
long as I sign them, they're good to
They're
go,
good?
so.
We trust you.
So we have to close the hearing, that's right,
All right,
for executive session.
moving right along. Okay, Mike, you have to sign that.
Bernie's gonna take this.
All right, vouchers are signed, executive session's the only thing left, right?
We did sign the vouchers?
3 ZBAs are gone?
So this,
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, you get signed. Only one spot.
Anything other than what's on the agenda tonight for discussion, anybody?
Just the executive session.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, nothing else?
Nope.
I can't think of anything. One pretty good. On the, what I say, you know how you're always having to write up withdrawal without prejudice? Maybe have
Do
a
a
form
form.
and just fill in number.
We have a form somewhere, but it gets lost, it might be up there, I don't know.
Be quick and easy, that way you just, yeah,
I know, you don't have to rewrite it
Yeah.
every time. Yeah.
make life simple.
Sign that one.
speaking of that sort of thing, in the minutes, there was a discussion, I guess, last meeting, there was a project where not everyone qualified to vote because they hadn't been involved, they weren't on the board then.
Correct.
Okay. It was kind of confusing.
That's why I had to do a chart.
Yeah, I guess I should look at your chart, because you concluded only 3 votes were needed, and it looked like only 5 people were required to vote. Excuse me, you were eligible to vote.
Eligible, yeah.
So that means you need 3.
Correct. Yep. You got it.
As opposed to the old things we were told, it's always a majority, it's always 4 on a planning board.
Well, it depends on what the issue is.
Yeah, oops, did I?
I think you gotta sign it.
Yeah, I didn't, yeah, that's right. In this case, special case because of
Subdivision.
some of the 7 weren't eligible. That's, oh.
I signed that.
I signed that, it was sitting right here.
I don't know if I signed all of these.
Oh, you have to sign in a couple places. 2 places, I think.
All right.
Somebody picked up my... Are we stamping anything?
What'd she take?
Mylars, any of that sort of stuff?
The reading you gave me for the...
Here you go, I got another one.
All right, are you ready, board?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Aaron.
I already signed, I'm already.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I already did.
You're missing
I already
one there.
No, I abstained. Oh, Les isn't here. He's absent. Not here.
I'm gonna check, because I'm fucking seeing things. Oops. She didn't hear me.
I'm seeing.
You're right. Excuse me for being
I
able.
thought Teresa said we're getting out of here at 7:30.
She said she was getting
I know,
out
I
of here.
already said that.
All right, you ready, board? I would like to entertain a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing strategy with respect to litigation and to return to regular session for the purpose of adjournment. The time is 8:36.
Yes.
So moved.
Second.
Is that enough?
All right. We have to do a roll call.
Yes.
All right, Ernest Marks, Chairman, aye.
Michael Zwicker, aye.
Aaron Sokrat, aye.
Yeah, Blue, all right.
Mike Greco, aye.
Okay, we are now in executive session.